Passion or hyperfixation? Because as a neurodivergent, I often can't differentiate the two. For me, a passion can span years. A hyperfixation can span months. I had a recent a little bit of a hyperfixation with concrete recently. That thank fucking God that died. But I'm like, who knew concrete was so insanely complicated? Who knew that like sand structure mattered so much in concrete? Oh, cool. You can make self-healing concrete. Like building with concrete. It's a living, breathing, it's almost a liquid. It solidifies further over time. Roman concrete is the best concrete in the world, and we don't know why. Did you know that there's perlite structures in concrete? Depending on what you put in concrete? Did you know that if you put lime in concrete, it fixes itself over time? Do you know that people steal entire beaches to make concrete? There's so much to concrete. You're about to spoil people into a hyper-focus. How the fuck do you steal a beach? When no one's looking, you get a few trucks and you put the beach in it. And that happened. Do you know that ocean sand can't be used to make concrete? Well, because it's all circular, you need like oblong sand, and that we're running out because it's all from rivers. Like all the sand. Yeah, you stole the sand. How do we get you into 40k? I think I just need to talk to Aya more. This is why we think about the Roman Empire. The Romans are crazy. They had no idea that their concrete was that cool. They just like, they were like, oh, it turns hard. That's cool. Yeah, pour more of that shit. Yeah, fucking hell yeah, make an arch, buddy. And here we are 1,000, 2,000, thousands of years later. We're like, what the fuck did they do? They burnt down that stupid library and now we have no idea how they made this concrete. They also had lead pipes. You know, that's true. They had the aqueducts. Volcanic acid and the lime material. Yeah, the lime. That's what, because for years we had no idea what made their concrete self-healing. And anytime it would crack, the lime would there would be lime in the concrete there would be water in the cracks and the lime would dissolve and then it would heal the crack. They figured it out? I think they did figure it out. Hyperfiction explains so much about you. Oh, don't even get me fucking started on steel. Steel is insane. Give me a second, I gotta answer. Steel with 2 E's. Please tell me about steel. Okay, if you insist. Steel is just, so iron is basically like bad, not strong. Something in iron, not good. However, add a little bit of carbon to that shit. We're talking like a 90% iron to maybe 10% carbon ratio. Boom. You've got like the strongest material, building material known to man. There's oh, add some chromium, add like 1-2% chromium, stainless. Suddenly that shit doesn't rust, except it does, it just takes forever. Yeah, okay, so you're talking about crystal structures. Did you know that you have all sorts of different types of structures for steel, and we have math, heating and cooling math to make exact structures in steel. There's perlite. I know that. There's perlite. Cementite. That's another one. And you can literally, like, if you had some carbon and some iron and some chromium, you could, like, all you need is a formula for heating and cooling. And boom, you could make your own perlite structure steel. You would need a forge. Yeah. I only remember perlite. Cementite. There was another one. There's another one. I can't remember. There's like 3 big ones. When do we start forging? I want to forge. But like, who the fuck was like, here's some steel. Let's like add chromium to this shit and see if it rusts. If it doesn't rust, that's crazy. Like, you need to wait a long time. Forging hand cam. I want. The only thing I'm building when spring comes around, I'm building planter boxes, raised planter boxes, and my neighbor's gonna help me, and I'm probably gonna paint them green. I'm so excited. See, bronze. That's true. Bronze was like the shitty, it was like, we didn't have, was like, was pretty much so weak, and we were trying to figure out how to make this, make it stronger, and eventually we're just like, oh, wait, iron's better.